Yo! Welcome y'all to top 16 of the Blitz Masters Resistance Tournament for NA. Hope that y'all are excited. I'm here. I rented out a tank. I'm sitting in a tank for today's stream, so we're back with it. Hope y'all enjoy. And yeah, we're here with top 16. We've been building up to it for a couple weeks now. And the battles are going to start in, just about 9 minutes. I guess I have to preface this by saying that we're streaming on the official portal right now. So if you are watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Twitch, I would suggest that you move... Oop, I accidentally clicked something. I don't know what I clicked. Yeah, if you're streaming on YouTube or Twitch, I suggest that you move over to the official portal because that is where all of the rewards are going to be. So I can briefly show you guys what it looks like right here. I don't have the streams pulled up, so I can't show, but it should be pinned in the chat. But this is what the portal looks like right here. You can see my stream is here. There's 3 minutes of delay, so it's still showing behind, but it would look something like this maybe. And you need to view the stream for an hour and 50 minutes to get full rewards. Maybe I'll move my camera out of the way for a little bit and zoom in, but you can see from 9 to 11 Eastern, the rewards window is going to be active, and as long as you're watching, you will get rewards, and they account for 1 hour and 50 minutes. So there's 2 hours total, so you get 10 minutes of leeway in case you accidentally click out. But you want to make sure that there is a blue number that's ticking at the bottom of your screen when the rewards portal is active. You want to make sure the blue number is ticking because that's the amount of time that you've watched. If the gray number is ticking, that means you're doing something wrong. Unfortunately, I am not tech support. My chat is not tech support, so go to the official server if you're having any issues. But this portal is where you're going to be able to watch this stream. But yeah, that's your Portal. Now, in terms of looking at top 16, give me one moment. Let me see if I can go back in game, see if I can pull up the right link right here. And here we go. Yeah, so here's our top 16, y'all, for the Blitzmaster Resistance. This is also another way you can get to my stream, is by going on the World of Tanks Blitz website, finding the tournament, then clicking on the stream here. But in the first group, we have Origin, who qualified on day 1, fighting against VB, who qualified on qualifier 1 for Origin, qualifier 4 for VB. DFM, which is a good team that I haven't actually seen yet, but I've heard really good things, playing against Garca. They qualified in qualifier 2, qualifier 3 respectively. Group 2 here, this is the one that we're going to be watching. Alove versus Grim and Ponda versus Purple. I don't know which one we're going to be starting out with, to be honest, so we're going to have to watch the game client for that. So Alove Grim and then Ponda Purple. Then we've got Cozy Troller and then MMSV for this one. So this will be a good, exciting one. And then Group 4, Joker Cease and then 1LGP. So the way that seeding was done is that all of the teams that qualified in the first qualifier got split into the 4, and then the second one got split, and then the third and the fourth. So on the top is the first seed, and then on the bottom, the first one is the second seed, and then the third seed, and then the fourth plays against where the first seed was. So it looks like it's like that for all 4 groups, which is pretty good. So at least there is a good system in the way that they did that. But again, we're going to be watching this group here, Aleve Grim and Ponda Purple. And then afterwards, I imagine we're going to be watching the upper bracket finals. At the same time as the upper bracket finals, the lower bracket semifinals are going to be going on. So unfortunately, one team is going to be eliminated today per group, and we're not even going to be able to see who it is. And to my knowledge, I'm the only stream for NA today. So groups 1, 3, and 4, unfortunately, are each going to lose a team without having been streamed. So it's very unfortunate, but you know, that's just how the format is this season, and the availability of streamers on NA has always been a little bit shoddy. So it is what it is, but that is how things are going to be looking. What is up, everyone in the chat? We got Philippe, Dog, Shoto, Charlie, AK, Pickle, Country, Campbell, Star. Good to have y'all. Welcome to the stream. Shoto, if you're able to cover the prediction, that would be great. It's going to be starting in just a second, actually. I probably should be getting my invite. Actually, no, we're going to go to the just chatting scene, so you guys can, first of all, get a nice view of the tank, and then second of all, so I can hide the room. Looks like we're starting off with Ponda versus Purple. So mods, Ponda versus Purple starting in 5 minutes. About 4.5, I would say. So if you can set it, I mean, I guess you'll see maybe once I open up the room and you can see it, maybe you want to start the prediction then. But make sure that the prediction ends before, you know, the first game starts. So as of right now, it's about 4 minutes. You might want to wait a little bit. But yeah, it's Ponda versus Purple. And it's going to be the set. So let me go ahead and get that all set up for you. I got something in my teeth, which is actually really bothering me. I just had Chipotle before streaming. I needed dinner because I didn't eat today. And I kind of had to rush and get it too because of, you know, having to prepare everything. But yeah, we've got Ponda versus Purple to start us off, which means that Grim and Aleve are playing on the other side, and that's actually going to be a good set, I think, which would have been a good one to watch as well, because I mean, Aleve was a top 4 team last season, and Grim was pretty good this season. They unfortunately didn't qualify until the very last one, but they're definitely a good team. Grim also had a few issues. The clan actually got just kind of nuked last night, early this morning, but thankfully Wargaming was able to step in and kind of settle things to my knowledge, so that's good. Anyway, while things are hidden, I'm going to quickly click in, take a look at the maps that we're playing for this first set, and it looks like we are going to see which maps. Okay, we've got New Bay for the first one, and then Black Goldville, then Desert Sands and Canal for a tiebreaker. So this is going to be a best of 7. Previously, we've all been seeing best of 5s throughout the tournament, so only first to 3 games wins. But these sets are going to be first to 4. So New Bay, Black Goldville. I need to speak a little more slowly and more carefully. Got a long night ahead of us, so already butchering my words. So yeah, those are going to be the maps, and we can go ahead and show the room, although it looks like Ponda hasn't pulled up quite yet. But here we go. We've got Ponda versus Purple, two top 8 teams. Frequently, Ponda's frequently a top 4 team as well. They were top 4 last season, getting 4th place. And so having the 4th place team and the 3rd place team in the same group is pretty exciting. You know, maybe Ponda can have their revenge against Alove, who actually knocked them out of the tournament last season. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Purple's all readied up to go here, but Ponda's just chilling for now. They got 2 minutes. So I don't really have much time to analyze their lineup, unfortunately, but looking at Purple, they're running pretty standard stuff. VKs, WZ113 GFT, which has actually been the tank that's kind of been taking this meta over by storm. No one really expects to see TDs, you know, in the meta at all, but this one's pretty special. It's got very good armor, very good reliability, which is something that's pretty important in the meta. Oh my goodness, I am really losing it. In the current meta, just, you know, the past few years, heavies have always been dominating the meta, and so now seeing the 113 GFT, yes, it's a tank destroyer, but it kind of acts like a heavy. It's also got a very hard-hitting gun. It's got a very, you know, solid gun that can put out good damage, and it's also got reactive armor, the premium consumable, which means that, you know, it can survive even longer. Ooh, Purple's going for a switch up there last second. I was expecting to see a bunch of VKs and stuff like they had readied up with, but not anymore. They are running 3 TDs, they're running 3 IS-7s and a VK here on New Bay. Hopefully Ponda gets in here. They've only got a minute to do so. I don't know what's going on with Ponda tonight. Here we go. I guess they were all in a match or something, but they're all showing up. Here we go. And we'll see what they've got prepared. Unfortunately, they don't have a whole lot of time to pick their tanks, so let's hope that they're all ready in terms of what they want to run. And I mean, we're seeing 3 triangles for them and then 2 2 and 5B, so they're going for full damage output. Purple having the IS-7s, which are very good pushing tanks. They do a very good job at, you know, pushing. They've got really good mobility in straight line at least, and a little bit of turning. A pike nose that can be very troll, and also tungsten, which can help the tank hit pretty hard. But we're not seeing very many of those for Ponda, only one of them actually. The 2 2 and 5Bs again, and then a mouse actually. So they're going to be running a mouse here on New Bay, which we will go ahead and prepare the intro for. So without further ado, here we go with top 16. And here we go with top 16, the first match. And Ponda going to be rocking their tanks mostly to ace head. Looks like we're seeing the same from Purple actually. Although a little bit spread out here. Ponda's sending a couple tanks to the ramp. Looks like all the triangles are going ramp. And actually Purple's doing the same exact thing. And they're starting to spot each other now. Looks like we had a few pre-aims, but no shots connecting quite yet. But yeah, the triangles are just going ramp, and then other tanks are either going outside or under. Looks like Ponda taking their 2 and 5Bs under, but Purple doing similar with IS-7s. They're going to oppose each other. It looks like Choo Choo taking the first couple hits of the game there. We'll start driving forward, but looks like Ponda's already got a crossfire set up. Purple doesn't care though. They're just going to push right through. Elemental driving through in his IS-7, but Purple's been bleeding pretty hard here, and they've put barely anything into the 113 GFTs from Ponda, and so they're just going to activate their reload consumable, push right into Fruity, Papa Fries, and they're just going to triple tap him, I'm guessing here. Fruity's going to die as well. Whoever Ding Dong chooses to put, oh, it's going to be 13 HP left on Papa Fries, so they're going to go ahead and push on in, but at the moment, not looking good for Purple. Steven going to go ahead and get the kill on Fruity. Papa Fries goes down to Pag. Jta will likely fall to Choo Choo here. He does, but there is still fighting chance for Purple here. They've got 3,000 hit points, but the tanks are actually starting to fall apart for them here. If they can focus fire down and low on Paffalupi here, it would be useful for them, but Platter not going to be able to put shots into Paffalupi, and Ponda's just cleaning up top here. Steven still full HP in the mouse. You see Puffy falling. Elemental gets nuked. Ghost going to be the next to go down. Sherman hitting his shot. Very nice. And here we go with Chris and Platter, the last 2 tanks left alive. Steven's still on full HP, just preventing Chris from doing anything useful for the fight. And we're just going to see a little bit of a... Oh, actually, it looks like a 1v1 between Sherman and Platter. Sherman missing that shot. Come on, lock in, lock in. Maybe Chris will go down here. Bagman with a nice shot to kill. HE? Not quite enough. But Steven with the ram. Oh boy, it's going to happen. Is it going to be enough, though? Chris is driving backwards. He's trying to prevent it. Steven's just going to put in the shot. Fair enough. Sherman is kind of getting cooked in the 1v1, though. Platter rules in the IS-7. This tank does have very good armor, and while the 2 and 5B's gun is really nice, if you can't pen your shots, it's not going to matter at all. So Sherman is kind of getting cooked in the 1v1, but thankfully he has someone to bail him out, and it looks like Platter missing the kill there. So, GG. Game 1 goes to Ponda. They bled out the 113 GFTs from Purple very quickly, who definitely overextended, driving right across and into the crossfire. So yeah, quick game 1. Brawl on the ramps. And Ponda's a very good brawling team. Of course, they're top 4. They've been doing this for a while. Purple, this is the first time most of these people have played together. They kind of put this team together last minute. They had a lot of people that they were trying out for over the course of a month. They were actually looking pretty good. But then they decided to cut them all on the last day and pick up a bunch of people that had not tried out for the team until the last day. And they're like, oh, we're just going to take y'all instead. So, Purple team having a little bit less cohesion than they were planning to have. But, you know, things change. I guess plans change. But the cohesion, not going to be nearly as strong as Ponda, which I'm pretty sure every single player on this team has played for Ponda before. Maybe not all at the same time, but I'm pretty sure every single player has been on Ponda before at one point or another. And then, of course, the core players, Sherman, Paflippy, Pag, J-Ta, and Skips. They're the core 5 that are pretty much together every single season. But yeah, pretty solid Ponda roster here. We'll move on to game number 2, which is going to be same map, of course, but the spawns will swap. And yeah, it looks like we're seeing both teams kind of tone it back on the triangles. Instead of running 3 each, running 2. We're seeing some more German super heavies in the mix with 2 VKs per team as well. But for Ponda, we're seeing an IS-7, Kron, and 2 and 5B. For Purple, we're seeing... Oh, they actually got rid of a triangle. They have 2 IS-7s and 2 60 TPs. There's only 1 triangle for them. What's up, y'all in the chat? Got new people in here. Also, Jardel and Alexander, thank you for subbing on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Reaction is up. Thanks, Shadow. Busy night. Sounds good, Draconic. Have a good one, man. Thanks for being here. Yeah, game number 2. And we're seeing a bit heavier lineups from both teams. Purple especially with a very heavy lineup. 60s and VK72s making up half of the team. And they're going to be going more towards B this time around. Looks like 60s maybe to double cap B. And Ponda's kind of split here. Although, yeah, no, they are just going to split straight up. Sending Pagman and J-Ta down over to the ramp side. And they find Platter by himself and Elemental. J-Ta will take an early bleed, but I'm guessing he just kind of wanted to get into position, which he did just fine. And if Purple recognizes that Pagman's alone, they will be able to push him here, and that could be good for them, but Ponda looks to be rolling right on through. They're going to be very aggressive in the opening here. Double VKs right through the middle, trying to see if they can find anything on the ramps up there. Oop, Sherman's going to find a couple tanks, but Papa Fry's missing his shot. Sherman will miss as well, though, and Chris going to hit. Oh, double misses here from the Ponda VKs. An unfortunate start from them, but we're seeing a few shots trading in here, trying to see where the best spot to view this would be. And it looks like Ding Dong actually has a crossfire with the VKs. And look at the 60 TPs and 113 GFT. They're going to be trying to go around Steven and Sherman here. We're actually going to be seeing a big push from them right into this group. And Paflippy going to spot them, but oh, Fruity actually getting nuked from J-Ta and Pagman on the crossing, and potentially Ding Dong and Rax as well. So Honda did have the setup, but it looks like Purple will still be getting the kills on Honda, though. VKs are going to go down, but ooh, Papa Fries is actually getting focused out quite nicely. But Sherman will go down first. Traded 2 tanks for 1 here, but the hit points are actually still in Ponda's favor, despite all of that. Paffy's going to push for Fruity here. He might take a big shot if he turns sideways. Ooh, that was a nice roll there. I don't know if he shot Hesh into the lower plate of that tank, but that was a nice one there. But J-Dog getting cracked. That's no fun. So the turret's popping. Actually, now the hit points are quite close. Is that a full health rack or close to it? Looks like Purple are kind of struggling to drive around this corner here. Pac-Man going to see if he can get the kill on Ghost, who's on 407. No, he's not going to go for it. Ding Dong may be hunting down instead, but now all of a sudden the hit points, they are pretty close here. They're within about 1,000 of each other. Ding Dong is going to come around for kills, though. But Purple has a group here on Rax, but Choo Choo missing the kill shot. Don't know what that was, but Rax is going to be able to put in an extra shot here. Chris will pick up that kill, but 3v3, hit points are still close, and actually, if Purple hadn't missed that kill shot, maybe they'd have an advantage now. Platter and Pagman are going to be doing a little bit of a face hug 1v1. The double super heavies for Purple could be useful here, but instead Choo Choo just getting tapped really hard. He's going to have to hit this shot for sure into Ding Dong, and even then it might not be enough. And he's just going to hold his shot. Paffy gets the kill. Choo Choo not even firing there, and now Chris is just going to get pushed. He will go down. Platter going to see if he can sneak the kill on Pagman first. He will do that, but it will be a 2-on-1 now that Chris goes down. And yeah, unfortunate misses there from Purple in that game are going to cost them. This one did come down to the wire. They did a good job with their brawls, having their tanks push right through early on. They did suffer some bleeds, but when they got the kills, that's when things started to look up for them. Of course, the Emmerich did put them back in the game. They were already in a lot of trouble, but it is what it is. Anyway, here comes Paffy. He has plenty of hit points. He doesn't have to worry about taking a shot from Platter. Misses anyway, though. Paffy having a unfortunate shot there, but this one should be fine. Ponda with a 2-0 lead. The game was a lot more close, though. Purple nearly brought it back with an ammo rack, but not enough. What's up, Jose? Welcome to the stream. Where can you watch Stage 4? What do you mean? The qualifiers, those are on my YouTube channel. But if you're talking about like the 4th stage of top 16, I think that's going to be on Sunday with grand finals, and that'll also be on the portal. Also, thank you to Wowcitos for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, it looks like Ponda taking a 2-0 lead, having a better play on Nube for both spawns. We're going to move on to Black Goldville now. And we're going to be seeing 2 games on Black Goldville. This is a relatively symmetrical map, so really the spawn isn't that big of a deal. There's some differences where you spawn in, but as you get closer to where you're fighting on the maps, not really that much differences at all. Just some small details on the map here and there that make, you know, fighting on each side a little bit more different, but for the most part you can play A, B, or C from either spawn and have an equal chance of succeeding on that side of the map. We're going to be finally seeing some light tanks here. New Bay didn't actually see any for games 1 or 2 from either team. But now Ponda going to run Ranger in the Bat Chat, and he is, you know, the team's light tank player, and then Fruity is Purple's light tank player. So they will be 1-1 there. And Purple seems to be more invested into Russian heavies here. They've got 2 IS-7s, but also 2 IS-4s. Tank that just got super speed. It's an interesting pick, but I do like the idea that they have with it. And then Honda rocking a couple IS-7s, but they're keeping the triangles on the team. 13 GFTs, 1 2-5B, and 1 Krong. Anyway, here we are on Black Goldville. And here's Black Goldville. Just a reminder for y'all that are just tuning into the stream. I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube, but if you want to get official rewards linked to your account, you should watch on the official World of Tanks Blitz portal. If you go to the tournament's website, you can find it there, or you can find it pinned in my Twitch or YouTube chat if you're in either of those platforms. But definitely watch on the portal if you want to get rewards. You get coins that you can spend and trade in for crates, or you can bet them in a draw for a chance to get better rewards. I don't actually know what those rewards are. I haven't looked at it yet, but you can indeed do that. Anyway, we are here with game number 3. Purple taking an aggressive spotting position with their bat chat. He got lit and ran away though. But now Purple will take the A cap quickly to grab a lead. I actually really quickly want to check and make sure that I am watching on the portal, and it looks like mine's going through, so that's good. I'm happy about that. Ponda, however, noticing that Purple doesn't really have anything set up in the middle of the map, they're going to be taking B and C as well with their light tank. Also interesting position for Skips here. Something to note, he's driving all the way up there to try to get some sneaky spots. Purple was ready though. They actually put a shot into Skips, so he did bleed for them. And also Fruity's trying to sneak some shots in as well. Who was Fruity shooting at? Looks like it was Steven. He goes 1 for 3 there. But Purple's pushing incredibly hard here. They just drove all the way through A. They're pushing with their IS-7s, their 2 and 5B. And Ponda's actually taking a lot of hits in the rear. Steven and Sherman actually now in the Kronvon. He's going to super speed out. Chris missing that shot. But Purple already pretty aggressive into Ponda's spawn. And I don't know if Ponda's ready to defend it. They have 3 tanks here, and they have Sherman, who's a little bit further back. Ghost X is going to come right on through with the IS-4 super speed. And now that Ponda tanks have fired, in come Purple with their push. IS-7's 2 and 5B. Chris going to be bringing up the rear as he's the lowest hit point tank. But looks like they've got plenty of Ponda tanks to help out now that Sherman is able to join forces. And they actually focus fire Ghost out relatively quickly. And they will lose Rax in just a moment, but Papa Fries is kind of blocking the rest of his team, and Chris didn't really help too much with the push. He's kind of still sitting in the rear here. And that's kind of allowing Ponda to regroup themselves a little bit. Skips does die off screen though, and it looks like Ranger is in a little bit of trouble himself. Where does Fruity? Fruity's all the way on the other side, so Fruity actually does kill Ranger, winning that light tank 1v1. It wasn't really a 1v1, but just having the light tank left alive at the end of the game is quite nice. And Purple are actually going to come out on top in this fight. Chris still staying alive despite having some struggles earlier on. Fruity now going to find Steven isolated. Go for that kill, he'll pick it up. And now it's just Sherman, Pagman, the 2 brothers left alive for the team, but they're going to be taken out relatively quickly here. Sherman only on 28 hit points. Pagman soon to follow. Well, the team's kind of hugging themselves a little bit. Looks like maybe Pag is just waiting to see if Chris will peek. He wants a kill, but I don't think Chris is going to give it to him. So Fruity's just going to farm him out. Pagman not even going to bother shooting his gun. So Purple do put themselves on the board with a beefy push through the outside there. And Ponda thought they were ready to defend it. They had a few tanks there, but Purple pushed with even more. And they kept Chris alive. I was originally concerned that Chris wasn't doing enough for the push, but keeping him alive was pretty useful. He did put out 2,000 damage, so that's a very useful thing to have. Fruity on top of the bat chat, though. Having light tank left alive at the end is very nice. You can be flexible. He was able to hunt down Steven at the end. So, good plays from Purple there. They are now on the board. We'll be moving on to the next spawn here, and Ponda are going to be running even heavier this time. They've got 2 triangles and 3 German super heavies potentially if Skips readies up in the mouse, but 2 light tanks as well, so they're balancing out some very heavy tanks with more light tanks potentially. So Sherman and Ranger both going to be running lights. We're going to be seeing a bat chat and a T100. So curious to see what the T100 is used for. It's obviously got a role of some kind. That's why it's being used instead of the bat chat, which is the normal pick in the current meta, with a very nice big clip. But, I mean, I guess we're going to find out what it's going to be used for. But Purple going to be keeping an IS-4. I think that actually, you know, it didn't really do that well in this game, because I'm pretty sure Ghost just got singled out at the beginning, but being able to have that extra super speed and a rush in heavy is actually quite nice. And I feel like the IS-4 could be a nice, you know, specialized tank for some maps. But Purple is going to be running 2 IS-7s, an IS-4, 1 light tank, 2 and 5Bs, and a Kron. So a lot less armor for this team, to be honest. Their IS-7s being the best armored tank on the team. And Ponda's just got so much armor with their German super heavies. And 2 triangles. Purple not running any of them this time around. So will be interesting to see how this one unfolds. Purple is definitely going to have to hit their shots if they want a chance at winning this one. It's not going to be easy to outcap Ponda either because of the double light tanks. Want to watch YouTube if possible? Yeah, that's fair, Dysphoric. If you want free rewards, do it on the portal, but if you don't really care about the rewards, then yeah, you can use YouTube. Have your phone in the portal. Got it. Can't see the YouTube stream, but the portal's working. That's somewhat alarming, to be honest, but that's okay, I guess. Sorry, I need one moment here. I'm having an issue with my own portal. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the rewards as well, and I know that's probably not something I should focus on, but you know, I'm a greedy boy. Anyway, I want to see what the light tanks are doing here, and it looks like it's going to be Ranger quickly getting into position to spot A, and then Sherman in the bat chat for C, whereas Fruity going to be spotting C himself, and he actually lights skips. Sherman not lighting anything on this side of the map, and again, Purple's pushing A very aggressively. Ranger does notice this. He's going to get himself out. He's a very experienced light tank player in the competitive scene. And I think Purple is realizing, again, that Ponda's not in A, but Ponda going to quickly react by stepping on B. They've got Steven, who is just kind of waiting to do so. Although Choo Choo ready to get a reset going, and he does get a reset. But Ponda going to take C, so Purple will only be able to hold the cap lead if they can continue to get resets on B. But Choo Choo just shot his last shell in his clip, so it might be a little bit difficult for them to continue to get resets, and now especially that Sherman is putting pressure on Choo Choo with a triple clip. He only pens 2 of those shots, but Choo Choo wasn't able to reset, so kind of bled those shots for free here. Ponda will now have the cap lead, and it's up to Purple to make some sort of push here, and Platter's in a bit of an awkward position right now. He's in the center, and he does have some cover. It's not like he's in immediate danger right now, but it's just kind of an awkward position to be in. But also in a point at Ranger here, who is rocking himself in the sneaky little T100 bush position. But he does get lit, though. He is now spotted. He's going to try to see what shots he can line up, but Chris is looking at him, so Ranger does have to be careful, because that is a very clear line of sight. And Ella is actually just going to be the one spotting him out here. But he does take a hit from the triangles, so it looks like Rex was ready here, but he does get spotted and shot in return. Lentil does have some cover from Chris and Platter, but it looks like Purple is planning some sort of counter push over into C. Skips and Sherman are going to spot that, though. And that's the nice thing about Ponda having 2 light tanks, is since they have the cap lead, they can pretty much see any push coming from anywhere, and they will be able to tell. Ranger's still hiding all over here. What happened to Choo Choo? Choo Choo just took all of the sit points. I didn't even see that happen. He just lost them all. Thank goodness he stopped driving, but now Skips is just going to counter push into him. Honestly, Sherman and Rex going to as well. Yeah, you might as well, right? And we're just going to push right through the center of the map. Platter lost all of his HP. Ponda's going to try to pick off Pafalupi here with Papa Fries, but you don't want to step off the cap for too long. Yep, down goes Choo Choo. We're going to be at 800 points now for Ponda as Pafalupi is traded out. And honestly, Steven will likely go down as well, but awkward positioning here for Platter. He doesn't really have good availability to put his gun down and shoot into the team. Steven's kind of covering Papa Fries from being shot, so a little bit of an awkward position for that tank there. The caps are still rolling in Ponda's favor. Purple needs to stop the B base, but Papa Fries is just too low on the hit points. He's not going to be able to stay there for very long. And even though Purple does have more hit points right now, they're at 4K compared to 5.8. They don't have any bases right now. They're going to try to stop B again, but Platter is just having to sit himself in the open here. Super awkward. It's a 3v5, but the caps are just in too much pressure right now. Fruity definitely needs to step onto C, but Rax is going to try to cover it, and Skip's being able to kill Platter. Purple's not able to stop any of the bases, and despite having 2 extra tanks and 2,000 more hit points for a while, they were not able to finish that, and they did lose 1 tank, so at the end it was only 1 tank advantage, but still, 2 extra tanks and 2,000 hit points. You'd think that you would be flexible enough to stop the caps, but there were so many low hit point tanks on purple that were the ones stopping the base as opposed to the ones that had plenty of hit points. So very difficult for purple to bring that one back. And Rex going to be on top with 3.1 for Ponda as they take a 3-1 lead. We're going to be seeing another map here since both teams have a win. We're going to be moving on to Desert Sands. So another desert map for us here. A nice symmetrical map that actually just recently got a PBR update. So the map intro that I roll is a slightly outdated. I hope you can forgive me for that. I don't think Wargaming have refilmed it, so it's no big deal. I still think it's a good intro, and honestly the map is mostly faithful to its old design. It's just, you know, slightly different. It's enhanced for PBR. Some of the colors have been uplifted. A little bit of terrain has changed, but not a whole lot. Mostly just in the town, I believe. But yeah, moving on to this map, we're going to be seeing more triangles out for Ponda, but purple, you're just going to be keeping away from them. One light tank for each team. Purple seems to believe in the Krons this time around. 2 Krons, 2 I7s, and 2 VKs. So a little bit more mobility on the Ponda team, a little bit more flexibility. But they still do have a VK to anchor. So I can't tell if does purple have... Oop, I accidentally clicked on somebody. I was trying to see if purple has any extra players. I think they've been playing with the same 7 people all night, so I don't know if they have anyone in the middle. I can see that Ponda has a couple people in the middle, but they've been mostly rotating in and out. And here we can go ahead and introduce the new Desert Sands map for games 5 and 6. Oh, is the stream privated for YouTube? Gotcha, okay. Let me see if I can work on that. I didn't actually notice that. I think I might still have it set to unlisted. So let me go ahead and fix that actually. Many videos. Oh yeah, I still have it. So I have it set to unlisted. Gotcha. So it's viewable for the portal, but okay. Should be fixed now. Sorry, that's actually a mistake on my end, y'all. I apologize. I still had the stream set to unlisted. So the stream does work, but you need a link to see it. Otherwise, you can't see it on the channel. Anyway, I missed the first little start of the game here. It looks like maybe JTAL started driving through the middle, took a small hit. Purple went for C, Ponda went for A, and Ponda with a little bit of a base disadvantage. And purple is just going to set themselves up nicely here in the center of the town. The problem with going on this side completely is it kind of boxes you in a little bit. It's very difficult to take map control from this side because it's so boxed and closed in, and it's very difficult to control the entire town. Nice shot from Pagman into Fruity though. That's a third of his hit points gone, and Fruity's actually stuck here. Fruity definitely looks like he overextended a little bit, and Ponda running 2 113 GFTs to punish him. And that's a very awkward position for Fruity to be in, but purple is going to put some pressure on to try to keep Ponda away from harming Fruity in the tank here. But ooh, Choo Choo taking a big 1800 damage. All of these massive alpha damage tanks in here for Ponda are going to rock Choo Choo's world, and he is down 146 hit points. Granted, Pagman's getting pushed pretty hard as well, and purple's got all of their tanks in here. Ponda definitely needs to get Ranger and Paflupi into the fight, but Pagman will go down. Choo Choo is able to keep himself covered, and purple will continue their push. JTA's just chilling in the back in the IS-7 though, and right now Ponda looks like they've turned their attention to Platter, who's all the way alone in the IS-7. They're just going to isolate him instead of worrying about Choo Choo and Elemental, although they will continue to put shots in. But I like purple's idea of trying to kill the TDs first, but Chris missing the kill shot into Ding Dong, and Ghost doesn't have a shot to put in. So we're actually going to see Ding Dong reload and put an extra shot in before going down at least. But Ponda definitely needs to get Paflupi and Sherman in the fight here. Looks like Platter does finally go down. Purple has all of their tanks alive, but they're all incredibly low on hit points. And Ponda, while only having 4 tanks alive, it's a 4v6, but they're all incredibly healthy. And they just continue to pump out the damage. Paflupi killing Fruity. He's going to be able to kill Choo Choo in a moment here. Really, the only tanks that have hit points for purple are Ghost and Chris. But JTA's just going to pick another tank up. They're not going to worry about these two right now. And while they do triple tap Sherman, he will fall. It's a 3v4. Ranger's coming in from the back in the Batchat. Having that light tank left alive for flexibility is super nice in the end game. Ghost trying to chase down Paffalupi, but Ranger's putting shots into him. Paffy's going to put another one in. And look at Paffy's play here, by the way, just barely avoiding Chris by going through there. Chris will try to put in a shot, but the reactive armor is going to keep Paffy alive. So despite Ponda having less tanks left alive in the end game, they were able to put out the damage consistently. They were able to pivot to the correct target, being platter isolated all the way in the back. And again, all those bleeds on Choo Choo at the start definitely hurt Purple's chances there. Ponda will come out on top 4-1. Purple did get themselves in the board, which is, you know, a good thing to see. We saw last top 8. I don't know if they took a single set. They took a couple games, but to see them take a game off of Ponda, which is a top 4 team, pretty good stuff for Purple, so nicely done to them. But Ponda will move on, having those tanks all kind of trapping Fruity here, who didn't have a very good game, and then also nuking Choo Choo, who still did top damage, by the way, after that nuke. Yeah, great stuff from Ponda that last game there. I apologize I didn't cover the first minute, because I had to actually fix the YouTube link, because it was unlisted. But now you should be able to watch directly on YouTube if you would like. I apologize. Page not found, can't log in and watch stream. Unfortunately, the portal only works for NA. Portal is not working for EU and Asia, so if you're on any of those servers, it's not going to work. Stream work on phone? It should. You get coins, you got to watch on the portal. Yeah, there you go. Shadows on YouTube, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you watch on YouTube or not, but I mean, I suppose it is nice to have the option open for y'all, so my bad for accidentally leaving that unlisted. I normally make all my links ahead of time and then leave them on unlisted until it's time to show them, but I guess that was my mistake. Anyway, that set is now over. Let's see if we can take a look at the rest of the tournament. Maybe we'll go on the official tournament's website to take a look. Let's do that. Okay, yep, it looks like some groups have completed. We've got Origin over VB, DFM over Garca. So Garca and VB do face elimination here. And then in Group 2, we saw Ponda versus Purple, 4-1, but Alove Grim. I expected this one to be a bit closer of a set, and it looks like it's going to go the distance, potentially. So Purple already facing elimination against the loser of Aleve and Grim. On this side, Cozy over Troller, but SV, a team that qualified on the third day, or the third group, beating MM. So this is technically considered an upset in terms of seeding. I don't remember if these teams have played yet this season, but SV beating MM. So MM and Troller are going to be fighting for elimination here. And then Group 4, it looks like Joker over Cease. Cease does take a game off of Joker. I'll give that up. And then GP over 1L, which is also an upset if you consider seeding. But in terms of team skill, 1L did pull a big upset against Purple in the second qualifier, so it's hard to say if I would consider 1L or GP to be the stronger team. But looks like GP did end up winning the set 4-0, so I guess that kind of answers that question for you. So all of the other games are done except for Alove Grim. And I believe the next match we're going to be watching is Ponda versus the winner. I'm not sure if we're watching the loser's side here. I don't know. I feel like it could be good to watch the loser's side because we're just going to watch both of the winners anyway at some point tomorrow. But it's whatever Tolian has set up for me. Doesn't really make a big diff. What's up, everyone on YouTube? What's up? What's up? Lots of people are here on YouTube now. Welcome, y'all. I don't know why you guys care enough to watch on YouTube because the portal is just better, but that's fair. That's fair. If it doesn't work, send a message in the official server because I don't do anything. I'm not here for that. I'm not tech support. I'm seeing pings, looking at YouTube, don't see you stream. Works on the portal fine. Yeah, I was unlisted. That's my fault. But we're good. Only missing one set. No big deal. And we've got it all sorted. Alright. Well, we're good here. I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, chill out for now. I think our next set isn't for a while. Let's see what time some of the other groups play, and it's probably the same for us. So DFM versus Origin is 5 minutes past the hour, so mods, it's going to be 5 minutes past the hour, but I don't know who Ponda is playing against. But I think we're watching that set. And let's see what time Purple plays. It's also the same time, so no matter what, it's going to be 5 past the hour. So mods, there you go. Reaction group helping SV in calling. I see. Aren't they busy with their own qualifiers? Or probably not. I see. Still doesn't work? Well, yeah, you're going to have to send a message in the official server. Anyway, we can go ahead and play some games in the meantime. Some people did redeem replays, but there was an update just yesterday that nuked all the replays, so I think we're going to go ahead and just play some good old games. Yeah, let's just play some realistic. Let's do it. I enjoy the bat chat a lot. We're just going to play the bat chat straight up. Where Joker's there in group 4, I believe. And I will let y'all know if we see an update to how the last set is. Alove versus Grim. I'll try to keep an eye on that. If it won't play, then I'm not sure to help you, Liam, unfortunately. But yeah, this is a realistic game, so I really enjoy realistic game mode. I know there's a lot of people that don't love it, but I like it a lot. I think it's pretty fun. Because you can make some really non-orthodox plays. Like, I can just drive through the center up into this bowl here, and people aren't going to notice right. Oh, someone happens to be here. Oh, looks like my controls are reset. Oh, no. I've got mobile zoom on. Oh, boy. So it looks like my controls were reset. I'm going to have to take a moment to fix that. Oh, goodness. General chat. No. I don't know what that key would be. U, Y, T, gun reload, clip, C, yep, 1, 2, 3, middle mouse, space, 4. This is annoying. Attack. Moving here is that. Help. Bro, all my characters are already in use. This is so annoying. Affirmative. R. Help, I don't know, I'll just put it out there. Negative F. This is dumb. Wargaming, fix your damn game. Why are my controls being reset? I know it happened to other people, but it's still annoying. And the auto zoom is kind of annoying as well. Whatever, we'll deal with it for this game, and then we'll fix it for the next. Was there somebody back there? Just this guy. I can deal with it for a game. So yeah, guys, Wargaming released an update yesterday, and it's incredibly buggy. People's controls have been reset. Also, random matchmaking is now not random anymore. It's skill-based, which is horrible. And most recent update has been disliked by many. And we can talk a little bit more about that next game. I want to fix my controls first. But essentially, yeah, Wargaming kind of ruined pubs in the most recent update for good players. Play SVN qualifier too, gotcha. Where is the E100? Is he around here? Where's this man? How does a big German box tank hide? Did I drive right past him? He's right here. Aged kids. That's a crazy username. Alright. Looks like a bunch of the keys that I like to use are already being used for other things. So that's kind of annoying. So we'll go ahead and fix the controls real quick. Or actually not call for us to use playing with Joker. I see. Yeah, so basically, yeah, Wargaming's recent update just broke the game. That's fine, that's fine. Manual zoom. Auto zoom's horrible on PC. It's not horrible in general, it's just like if you're on PC, you have to use manual zoom. There's no reason to not. Hide minimap. I like changing this to a key that I can't normally press, but it's whatever. M is fine. Let's make it like, I don't know, right bracket. I don't think I ever touch that. No, maybe like delete. Yeah, there we go. It's fine, that's fine. I think everything looks fine now. But it is quite annoying that I have to reset my controls. Attack is supposed to be E. Team chat is T. Affirmative, negative. Help is supposed to be V. Why is something in use for V? It's supposed to be Z. Yeah, okay, we're good. But yeah. Wargaming's most recent update has a big controversy, which is skill-based matchmaking in pubs, and I'm not happy about it, guys. I'm not happy about it. Essentially, it basically puts you in games based on your career stats, so that if you are a good player in a game, you are more likely to have worse teammates to balance yourself out, and better enemies as well. It's very silly. It's pretty garbage. And I honestly don't see myself playing pubs at all until it gets fixed. Being completely transparent here. I know this is an official Wargaming Portal stream, but that's how I feel, alright? I'm not going to lie and tell you that I like it. Oh, and it looks like all my markers are gone too. I didn't notice that last game. But yeah, I'm not happy with the update. To make matters worse, Wargaming didn't even tell us about this until the day before the update. Apparently they'd been testing this for a while, and they're like, yeah, it's cool, we're going to throw it in the game. But they haven't said a word to us about it. And they didn't offer any, you know, opportunities for players to say how they feel about it, right? And so now, you know, if you're a good player, you're more likely to just have bad teammates to counteract your skill, so that the enemy has an equal chance of winning the game, despite the fact that a good player should be able to, you know, have more of an influence on the game. Oh, looks like Paralyde's on me. Hey, Paralide. What up? Up the yo, gonna move in. Nice. You didn't hit that one though. He almost gave us that too. That would have been killer. You might just push this, to be honest. Oh, that's an IS-7 actually. Oh, maybe a bad idea. And I ended up turning a little bit. Awkward. He's getting pushed. Make a pull of this, man? That'd be goofy. Not quite. Let's go turning for me. There we go. Now we can start farming. Although, maybe I'll just let the yo deal with him. Nice. We're starting to lose some teammates though, which is not good. This player missed me. Heat doesn't pen there. Okay. Good job to the yo for getting that kill. And we'll just pick up this one. And I don't know where their 183 is. And that's alarming, actually. It's very alarming. Where is he? Where is their 183 millimeter? I see something broke over here. Can you drive through the town? There's also a good chance that, you know, someone on stream sees them and I'm just completely blind. I'd like to think I'm good at spotting tanks in this mode. Yep, I found him. I'd like to think I'm good at spotting tanks in this mode, because I play a lot of realistic. I've got good vision for that sort of thing, but I shouldn't have pinged him for my team though, because now then my team's able to just steal this. It's all good though. Can't log in. Do you have an NA account? You can. It only works if you're on NA. If you're on EU or Asia or something, then it doesn't work. It worked, thanks. Interesting. I'm glad it's working now. I don't know what to do differently. But you can always go find it through the official website. I guess maybe I can go ahead and stream that for you. So right now I'm just going to open up wattblitz.com. So here I am, I'm on wattblitz.com. And then you can go to tournaments. And then you see Blitzmaster's Resistance, that's what's going on. And then you can see this right here. And that's your portal. And I can see myself here. Firm. And yeah, that's how you can do it. You can see the blue is ticking up. So, yeah, some 34ception. Cool. So you search in the screen, has that open, won't count the coins. Yeah, that's true. You have to keep the tab open. That's a good thing to point out. All right, looks like my markers also got messed up, so let's fix those real quick. So standard, I think we usually put everything on except for icon. And then for this, it's everything except icon and HP. And for this, I usually do the same. Everything, and then everything except HP. I like keeping it the same for standard and alternative. Looks like we get a quick game. Nice. Just so you guys know, the rewards portal is going to be open for 2 hours. You only need 1 hour and 50 minutes for all the rewards, so that gives you an extra 10 minutes of, I guess, forgiveness. Also, we got a couple Twitch follows and a YouTube sub while I was away. Or not while I was away, while I was commentating, so thank you to Minufumbe. I don't know what that means, but welcome on YouTube, and then Dysphoric and Stroman on Twitch. Good to have both of you. For those of you who are new, my name is 34. I am NA's primary English competitive streamer. I've been doing this for a little over 3 years now. It's something that I enjoy greatly. And actually maybe a little bit less. I think I started spring 21. So yeah, a little bit less. I saw something back there. Spring 21. And yeah, I enjoy what I do. There's a mouse, there's a 183. That's an 100. Got it. Yes, just drive right over. I'm being told to attack. Honestly, I'm kind of down. I'm held down. This guy's not penning me. It's not happening. Just want to watch out for the 183. You missed. Got your left. Let's go. And then I'll see if I can get this kill. Let's go for this player. Oh, it's going to leave him on 10 HP. Let's put that one in. 62 gets the kill. Good. We've got good teamwork on this side. 60 TP's covering our rear. And this IS-7's a W. Can we pen this with AP? I'm not going to try. Unless we can get his lower plate, which it looks like I can. Which is nice. And let's just go right around him here, if we can. Appreciated. That's a good steamroll of this side. It's a hot avatar. What did it cost? Everything. Okay, so 50B's right here. Let's see if we can get a juicy HE in. Yes, sir. We beefed them. We beefed them. Should fix it. Not gonna watch if not gonna coins. Well, you should watch because competitive is fun to watch. You know, maybe you'll learn something, right? Maybe you'll learn something. Also, looks like we're starting to get these rewards going. I haven't really been playing the game at all, so we're finally getting our snippets for this stuff. I've already got the maxed out silencer, which is nice. We'll see if I earn enough for this swindler. I probably will at some point, but I don't really care particularly for that tank. But yeah, we'll just keep playing a little bit. We still got some time. I'm gonna go grab myself a water bottle, so I'm gonna put us on BRB for just 1 second. I'm gonna grab a water and fill up my glass. Well, here we are. It was a little bit late getting to this one. I had a really bad Charlie horse a couple days ago. It's like, have you guys ever had the thing where your leg cramps up really bad, like at night, like your calf? I had that really bad a couple days ago, and it honestly, if I'm not actively using, like if I'm not actively walking, I'm sitting down for a minute, it's actually quite painful just to walk. And so it's just kind of hobbling around a little bit. It was probably pretty funny to watch. But yeah, it was painful. And I've not been enjoying that. I activated my reactive way too late there. That's tough. Nice track shot from him. Make sure we don't get shot in the rear. That's a 183. And our team's kind of getting destroyed. What is going on? And now Mamaract. And Batchet's saying stupid team. Let's see if you can just drive right on through. No, not quite. We got close though. I was really dumb there by activating reactive like 2 seconds too late. So might have lost that one. I just wasn't ready, I guess. Having spawned in late. Wasn't really in a good position to help the team there. It looks like half of the team was in A and B anyway. So we'll see how this goes, I suppose. But we've got plenty of hit points. E100 drives right in front of the 260. That is funny. .57's kind of going through it though. He's dead to the Badger. Shoot your gun. Does shoot his gun, actually pens one shot. E100's still blocking the 260. We got all three bases, and the 2 and 5E doesn't see our 183. Oh boy. Yes. He was low anyway. They're an A with their Caro. The Badger's gotta be around here somewhere. We should win this. I'm not going to bother watching anymore. Yo, we got some follows and some subs. It looks like, yo, Yogurt Bones, thank you for the sub on YouTube, man. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. We'll play another game or two here. Let's go back to the batch. Actually, let's go T100. just be a speed demon on the battlefield here. 140 is probably a little better, but that's okay. See the 3 transmissions? Yeah. On Twitch, YouTube, and the portal. Although, I guess the portal is technically YouTube. Just in a different location. But again, y'all, make sure that you're watching on the portal if you want rewards. If you don't care about rewards, then I would recommend Twitch if you want to do some betting. Which, by the way, I should probably check to see what our next match is. So let me get into position here. I see someone already. Okay, yeah, let's check really quickly. So while that loads, I'm letting it refresh. Oh, looks like they're left right overextended. Does he have a buddy over there is the question. Looks like he does. And who won? Let's find out. It was Alove, 4-2. So they're going to be watching either Ponda, Alove, or Purple Grim. I don't know which one, to be honest. Push this player. He's got a buddy. Buddy doesn't see me, though. So we're going to deal with this guy. Oh, he killed my crew, so I accidentally used both my repairs there. But now that the Patton's dead, this guy didn't see me, we can just get right behind him. And check, make sure that there's no one over there, because a couple things did cap C on their team. And make sure that I'm not in too much trouble. There's a 268. This guy's trying to go for me. You're not getting me, kid. Nice. And let's hunt that 268 down who's back over here. He may have a friend. He does. He may have a second friend. But I don't know where that second friend is quite yet. And we're behind him. Don't have the gun depression though. Lol. Where is the 4005? Hey, someone pinged him for me. W teammates. I will go ahead and continue to ping. Does he have Spall? Does not have Spall. No Spall? I love it. Good stuff. I love realistic, man. You just do stuff. Next prediction, don't know who I'm watching next. I don't know if I'm watching the loser's side or the winner's side. Nice. Good dub. Let's play the 140. Get a little bit more DPM. Also, we won on that map, so that's nice. On Dynasty. Get a few more snippies as well. Instead of doing your forearm out of nowhere. I've never had one on my forearm. That sounds horrible too. I just had it on my leg and it was like a minute long. It just wouldn't stop. It was so bad, bruh. I did not enjoy it particularly, I must say. Got Portal and YouTube. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see what we can find here. Where is the enemy? There they are. Oh, they have double 1-2-1. And one of them covered for the other. That sucks. What is this guy doing? I don't have the gun depression for this. Inky, you're crazy. You're just tunneling? I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all. That is crazy, Inky. If you are who I think you are, I don't appreciate the tunnel. But I mean, I guess you threw your life away, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just go around this way. What is our T-62A doing? Not entirely sure. But we'll just take a nice power position against these two right here. Although, probably doesn't really do anything because he just ran. Oh, that's a bat chat. I missed. I can't believe I missed that. Is that 268 dead? Yes. Not gonna overpeak. Our 50B's probably dead to the 4K5, yeah. Don't know what that was. Spall? No Spall. To AP for the kill. Nice. Sure nobody's doing a crazy little flank ski. Is that somebody right there? It was. Looking up what someone's saying before insulting them will do you good. Lol. I missed my shot. And 1-2-1 will continue to run 2-1. We'll ping him through the wall because we can. And he dies. Charlie Hurst with an EY. Yeah, it's not fun. There we go. Okay, we should have our invite in just a minute. So mods, I will tell you who I'm watching. Again, I don't know who it is, but it's either Ponda Alove or it is Grim Purple. I actually almost hope it's Grim Purple because, you know, at least we get to watch all the teams if that's the case, right? I almost hope it's Grim Purple, but we'll see. I need to switch over to a light tank for that, so we'll go back to the bat chat. I got my invite, so we'll go ahead, go to just chatting. It is Alove Ponda, so we're going to be watching Alove Ponda, y'all. So yeah, 5 minutes or so, it's Alove Ponda. Welcome, Turtley Boy on YouTube. Let's go. Thank you for the sub. And let's check the maps for this. This is going to be another best of 7. Just like the first set. In fact, every single set in top 16 and top 4 is going to be best of 7 up until grand finals, which I think is a little weird. But they're all the same size. I think maybe you could start making them a little bit bigger once you get further in, but no, it's just going to continue to be best of 7 all the way through. And this is going to be the last set of the night. We're only going to be watching 2 sets. So we just watched one, and now we're going to be watching the second. And then we'll be continuing the stream until it reaches 2 hours. Not 2 hours long, but until it is 11 o'clock. And then we will call it there. So yeah. The maps are going to be Port Bay, Mayan, Alpenstadt, and Faust. So yeah, Port Bay and Mayan guaranteed, and then Alpenstadt, Faust otherwise. Now, neither of these two teams are facing elimination after this set. This is a double elimination group, and these teams both come in from the winner's side. But the loser will have to fight tomorrow in the loser's side finals to see who moves on and who gets eliminated. So there are still stakes, of course. There's always stakes. But yeah, the Alove team, they placed 3rd place last season, actually. They beat Ponda in top 4. to knock them out and to move on to the second day. So Alove actually has the most recent set victory. However, this season, Alove are missing a lot of their core from last season. Notably, both of their captains are no longer on the team. Their main captain, Ding Dong, and he was their caller last season as well. I believe he is now on Ponda. We just saw Ponda. And of course, they're going to be playing against Ponda now. And then Visa, Suoko, I think is his name in game right now. He is not playing this season. So Alove is without both of their captains. So it'll be a little bit trickier for them to keep up the fight against Ponda, who has pretty much most of their players, if not all their, not all of their players, but most of their players returning. So we'll see if Ponda's able to exact their revenge. Not sure to mod, it's only available on PC. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Hey, you zoom in so much, you turn on manual zoom and then use your scroll wheel. You can use your scroll wheel to zoom in more. What's up, Flying Dutchman? Howdy, howdy. Could be a blood clot? It could be, it could be. I did a little bit of looking into it, and they don't actually know why it's a thing, but they have some ideas. Anyway, it looks like the Ponda team is finally showing up. We can go ahead and show the training group. I mean, I could have, I guess, this whole time, but I was reading the chat, enjoying the chat, just talking. But yeah, Alove and Ponda playing each other. You're on port bay to start it off, and again, Ponda's taking their time enjoying the room, but they're here now. We've got about a minute left. Alove, haven't actually seen them play this season. Just the way that the format is set, we're just seeing small groups of teams play, and so most of the teams I'm not actually even watching in the qualifying phase, which is a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is, you know. But yeah, I haven't seen Alove play this season. I don't know what tanks they prefer, but it looks like they're starting off rocking with some good armor. Mouse and VK and double 113 GFTs. But Ponda are doing the same actually, if not more armor, running even more German super heavies here on Port Bay, which I should prepare the map intro for. They will run a light tank though, and Alove does not have a light tank. That's something to note. They have double IS-7 and a Kron. Ponda rocking one IS-7, one triangle, and 4 German super heavies, 3 of those being VKs. It's definitely looking like a town strat from Ponda. We'll see what Alove does. They could kind of go either way, but probably town with the Germans. But I mean, I guess we're about to find out in just a second here on Port Bay. And let's get y'all game number 1 between Ponda Alove. Ponda again having the light tank, going to take the liberty of playing a little bit more aggressive on the seaside perhaps. Ranger trying to do a little sneaky spot here. Don't know. Oh, is it? He's going for a little bit of a self boost here on this side. Not going to hit it though. Good attempt, but not really going to make much of a diff as Alove's not in the area. Ranger, I don't know if he's going to peek eventually to try to find that out, but yeah, Alove's just not here. Then again, neither is most of Ponda. But looks like Alove is getting pretty aggressive actually. Just going to step trim, fire bullets directly through. And Ponda's pretty much all set up in their own spawn. They've got Steven a little bit forward compared to the rest of the team. But look at the double VKs nuking bullets as he crosses in order to get onto this little ship here. Alove will put enough pressure onto the Ponda team to grab A without a problem, but I mean, Ponda have already bled out a good amount here. And Bullets isn't going to try to get onto the ship after all. He's just trying to take this little sneaky outside of position. There you go. Okay, so he does get it up at an angle. Pagman's pre-aiming it, though. Pagman sees all. And he's ready. And Bullets does get spotted. And Pagman, yeah, he's ready for it. Now, what does Bullets do? Does he try to figure out what's going on here? Does he peek again? Don't know. But he's spotted. Pagman not firing. But I think Blitz is realizing that something's spotting him back here. He wonders what it is. Ponda, at the other hand, they've taken the liberty of taking the entire seaside of the map. They've pushed Sherman through, Rangers up, spotting as well, getting some info. He lit RGK. But look at the double triangle from Alove as well. They are pre-aiming the perch here, and if Ranger decides to peek onto it, which he will, this could hurt. This could hurt if he gets spotted up here. Both of Alove tanks are looking at him. RGK is going to peek it. Oh no, Ranger. Oh, double tap, triple tap, and 36 HP. Incredibly lucky that those tanks rolled low enough to keep him alive. But that's a big nuke into Ranger. And what is that trigger on the other side of the map? Still nothing. Skips will try to stab B though. But Magix is ready in the Kron Vaughn. RGK ready to put a side shot in as well. And there's the resets here. Fire in the hole actually having a crossfire. And Ponda's getting bled out pretty hard here. Alove are doing a good job at getting these good bleeds in. They are 1,000 hit points in the lead. And again, putting Ranger on 36 HP in the opening game is definitely painful. Alove is continuing to bleed though a little bit. RGK taking some shots from Ding Dong in the back as well as his partner in the VK, that's Paffy. Couldn't read, the texts were kind of overlaying, but looks like Alove is putting some return fire in. Blitz is still chilling on the boat area. Looks like he has spotted Pagman finally. And Steven's just going to push right on in, fire in the hole with a shot. Trim was not able to put one in, but yeah, Steven's just going to push right on in. Hits the shot, so they trade 1 for 1. And both of them have tungsten, so they're both going to be hitting hard, but fire in the hole is just going to try to look for another shot through the side here. Will he hit it? Nice shot from him. And actually, Steven will probably go down here. No, actually. His bullets gave Pagman a shot. So Pagman able to save Steven. Steven is pretty low on the outside, but Honda are now up a tank. Of course, Steven needs to be incredibly careful, as does Ranger. Ranger not spotted at the moment, so he can play relaxed for now, but you definitely do not want to overextend here. And fire in the hole actually looking like he wants to hunt Steven down. He's using cover, using the tank as cover, but fire in the hole able to hit the shot. Steven not hitting his, and Alove are now up a tank. Gentleman taking a lot of hits. Jim's going to try to get around Pafalupi here. Ooh, yeah. Big trouble for Gentleman. Rock on the ground starting to bleed as well. And Ponda still keeping Ranger alive. He actually picks up the kill on Gentleman as he backs around the corner. Alove still have an advantage of about 1,500 HP, though. But the tank lead goes to Ponda, and again, they have the light tank left alive at the end as Magic's going to try to look for that kill. Looks like he is. Will he hit it, though? No, he's going to look elsewhere. Looks like Ding Dong's just going to take a full clip, maybe from Magic's as well. RGK taking another. He's getting low, but he should be able to pick up Ding Dong. Maybe an HE will do it. No, fire in the hole doing it. So RGK kind of wasting a shot. Could have gone into Sherman. The points are at 900 for Ponda here. Alove do have to start worrying about that a little bit. It's a 4v3. They are 1,500 hit points up, but a tank down. It's getting really close here, but fire in the hole is just going to have to try to go for kill on Skips. No, Magic finds Pagman and Trim pushing him out. That was a great play, pushing him out. They are going to stop the A-base as well. No, that's Ponda stopping the A-base, though. That's scary, but fire in the hole does get the kill, trading, though, because Ranger falls. But now Ponda have both bases. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ponda have both bases, and even though Alove has the hit points, no, they don't even have the hit points anymore. Ponda has the hit points, they have the bases. And the Ranger being able to stay alive on 36 HP actually might have just won Ponda that game. Being able to apply the pressure, get those kills in the end, farm that damage out. Ponda actually do take game 1 despite Alove having a pretty solid advantage going into the ending. Great start for Ponda this set as well. But Alove definitely showing that they're ready here. They're not messing around. They want another spot in top 4 this season. They're not going to give it up easy, but Ponda able to fight through their early game disadvantage to take that one. Moving on to the second game here. We'll go ahead and ready up. Looks like spawns swap, and tanks are starting to change around a little bit as well. We're seeing a chieftain for the first time tonight. I don't really see a lot of chieftains anymore. I think most of NA has realized that the 2 and 5B is just a really good counter to the chieftain. Just being able to HE pen the chieftain so easily in the front, whereas the chieftain doesn't really have as easy of a time doing it to the 2 and 5B. And yeah, Ponda's going to run 2 of those. Keeping a mouse, though. And Alove are, yeah, they've got a very different lineup with the Chieftain, but might keep the double triangle again. It worked pretty well for them last game, but Gentleman definitely did struggle a little bit in the end game there, and that is one thing that the 113 does struggle with, is if you're getting into a brawl and there's tanks coming at you at multiple angles, it's impossible to deal with them all. You know, you only can face one direction at a time. With a turreted tank, you can kind of turn around as necessary, but a triangle like that, you can't really do so. Yep, game number 2 here. Ponda's again going to have a light tank, and Alove will not. Oh, they have a medium. I didn't see that. STB. Okay. Haven't seen an STB much this season. This could be a C play. This could be a bit of a bait. Maybe he's going to go towards A. You never know, I guess. But we'll find out here. And then you will know. Let's get it, y'all. Your damage notification like that? Yeah, it's a mod. And here we go, y'all. It is time. Alove do look like they are playing for C with their STB, potentially going directly for the corner. I'm curious to know Magic's old username. I feel like I don't know this player at all, but they're having an alright night so far, that first game. Ranger going for the self-boost on this spawn. It's a lot easier to do. I've not actually seen it on the other spawn before when Ranger tried it, but he hits it on this spawn, no problem. And gonna go for some early spots. He sees Gentleman, who activates his reactive preemptively to try to avoid those shots. But Blitz is taking some fire from Ponda, who actually put double 2 and 5B into the corner. Paffy taking a lot of hits, but ooh, Sherman taking a lot of hits as well. Looks like Alove was ready for this, actually. But Ponda does have their tanks here and now, and that's going to be really nice side shots into fire, in the hole, into trim. And it's going to be pretty difficult to dig them out. The 2 and 5B doesn't have the most armor, but its turret's just fine. Especially at a distance, and now Trim's going to be able to get farmed out pretty nicely in the side here. And then a Ranger from up top, I believe, was putting shots in as well. Yeah, Trim, point of weakness here. The Chieftain's just an incredibly soft tank. And he didn't even activate reactive until now that he's on 100 HP. It's not going to save you at this point. It's kind of questionable use of reactive, unfortunately. It looks like firing the hole over Agrest gets taken out. Trim gets taken out, of course, in the Chieftain. They do pick up Steven, though. And it looks like Alove is bringing some of their IS-7s to the corner and try to dig out the 2 and 5Bs, but they've already lost the center side. Gentleman and RGK are going to be in big trouble. Again, 113 GFT really struggles against tanks coming in from multiple sides, so he's facing Pagman, giving Ding Dong a free shot. Now that he's facing Ding Dong, he'll just be giving Pagman a free shot if he's able to turn himself around, but looks like that's not even going to be necessary here. Yeah, I love trying to put a couple tanks into those 2 and 5Bs, but just didn't have the resources to do so at the end. And Ponda with better management. Nice ram there from Ranger, just a little, you know, damage maxing there. But yeah, that's going to be game 2 for Ponda as well. That one a lot less close than the first. So Ponda cleaning up a little bit. And again, the last time these two teams played, Alove did win the set. But this time Ponda's back with a vengeance. We're going to be moving on to our next map, which is Mayan Ruins here. I haven't seen it yet tonight. Excited for this one. Ponda's got a great track record on Mayan Ruins. Just ask Jta, who is playing, by the way, but he's in a mouse this time, not a type. And they're playing against Alove, not Joker. Ponda are going to rock the triple triangle here. I like it. They're going for beefy guns this time around. Triple triangle and a 2 and 5B. But 3 VKs. Sorry, not 3 VKs. 3 German super heavies. Excuse me. A little bit of a hiccup there. And Alove running a healthy mix. They've got firepower. They've got pushing potential with the IS-7s. But they've got a Yag, which is a tank that you don't see too often. I know I'm used to saying triangle and referring to the 113 GFT this season, but looks like the Yag being pulled out. Actually, not a bad tank at all, to be honest with you. It's got very solid armor, Not maybe as good as the 113 GFDs just because of how compact the triangle is, but the Yag's got a pretty hard-hitting gun, 800 alpha. It actually just got tungsten in the recent tier 10 rebalance, so it actually technically hits harder than a 183 on average with AP. Hash, of course, is something that, you know, will bring the 183 ahead for sure, but I think the Yag shoots for like 951 on average with tungsten, whereas I think the 183 is just 950, so it's one higher, but I think it is the case. So yeah, it does hit pretty hard. Curious to see how it is used here on Mine Ruins. Looks like for this game, Ponda's going to be heading more towards AB. Looks like they're kind of taking their time a little bit. You know, they're all in heavy tanks and just getting to their positions here. Few driving towards the center lane. But Alove, they're much quicker with their approach. Got the Egg anchoring, but their 113 GFTs are already here to combat C. They're lined up in case Ponda's here as well, but they're not. I think they'll eventually realize that and grab the C base. Ponda is, again, pretty much set up here on A. Steven and Fighting the Hole actually spotting each other, but other than that, I don't think there's been any spots this game. Curious to see what Ranger's doing here. He's in a bit of a sneaky position to try to catch Alove overextending on this side, but Alove will not be doing that. They're actually going to get the base lead here by sitting in C with RGK. And all of the triangles here for Ponda, they're just chilling right now. They're maybe expecting to see Alove here. And actually, who blind fired that? Jta blind fired Trim. But Trim did react to Jta getting spotted and put in a shot in return. So, but Jta's pretty happy with the result of hitting a blind shot. But at the end of the day, you lost that trade. Granted, that mouse does have a lot of hit points. So that is probably the best tank to take a shot from the Yag. So, not a problem for Ponda. But they will finally get a base now, keeping the cap points within the threshold of 80, which is the delta that occurs every time a team gets a kill, because the team that gets a kill gains 40, and then the other team loses 40. That's how Supremacy works. So every kill you get changes the cap differential by 80, and that's significant because if you get a kill, if Ponda gets a kill, they will be able to take the lead away. If a team has a cap lead by more than 80, it basically means that they need to get 2 kills to swing it. Or, of course, grab a base, but that's just, you know, normal. Blitz actually blind firing directly into where Steven was. I think it might have tracked Steven there, actually. You can see he's got a damage track on the right side of the screen underneath the Ponda thing. Damage track. So I think Blitz actually hit the track of Steven there. So good awareness of where the Ponda players are. But unfortunately, shot didn't do any damage. That would have been a really nice one to have seen 2 blind shots in the opening sequence in this game. It's hard to still call it the opening sequence because we're 3 minutes in, but, you know, some games are like that. Did Trim get blind fired again? Jta blind fired Trim again, but he took another big hit for it, and now he's on half HP. I don't think it's worth it, man. You're hitting the blind shots. Great for you, Jta, but do you really want to be taking 800 for it? Look at those 2 massive holes in the turret. Steven now is spotted, so he's getting shot for real by Blitz. Yeah. Jta with not very good trades, unfortunately. You are doing half the damage that the Yag is. Looks like Ranger did move out of his position. He's going to start pushing forward here on C, and Ponda's moving in from the side, but Blitz spots all of them. So Alove should be able to react to this. They're actually going to step into B. Steven and Jta, though, they're a little bit disconnected. I think their main role is to stop the B base from being capped, but Ranger's a little bit alone, although he's just going to try to get Blitz killed here with Paffy and Rax pushing in from the side, firing the hole, and Blitz going to see if they can put a shot into Ranger to get the kill first. Firing the hole, not able to put one in, though. And now Ponda's starting to push in for real here. Paffy with a rear HE into Blitz, and he's going to fall very quickly. So Alove not able to get that kill on Ranger. He's going to stay alive. The turret does pop. But Alove does grab B, so that is more base pressure here. Rock on the ground, though, is getting incredibly low. Magic's going to try to cover his rear. And I think Rex missed that shot if I saw that correctly. So Rock on the ground is staying alive. Paffy going to try to help. A good crossfire from Magix and fire in the hole. And he's actually in trouble himself here. Lots of low hit point Ponda tanks. Sherman Pagman going to be coming around from the seaside. Gentleman going to take that 1v1. And then Trim and Jta facing off. Trim is still reloading, but Jta missing the shot. There's so much going on so many different sides of the map here. It's incredibly difficult to tell what's going on, but Aleve are winning 940 bases, and it looks like Ponda doesn't really have the opportunity to stop either B or C. So despite all of the low hit point brawls going on, there's a 1v1, there's a 1v1, there's a 1v1, there's a 1v1. Aleve will take it on the bases just because of Ponda's inability to stop any of the caps. So lots of stuff going on in different sides of the map there. It's very difficult to follow it at the end, but hopefully captured most of the highlights, and Alove do get themselves on the board with good cap play there. As soon as they detected Ponda pushing through on C, they stepped into B. And then again, the Ponda super heavies were a little bit slow to join that fight. So yeah, good on Aleve for taking that one. They're going to ready up with 3 triangles here for game number 4. And yeah, Alove just won with a Yag, guys. I must say, I don't really think the blind shots mattered too much, because at the end, Jta and Trim still survived the match. Survived the game, sorry. I'm stuttering a lot. But, yeah. It is pretty impressive for Jta to hit 2 blind shots like that, but not a good trade. And I think maybe after the first one, you have to realize that it's not worth it. He was banking for a bounce, but the Yag's got very good pen. It doesn't bounce very often. Anyway, yeah, triple triangle for Aleve. They've got 2 IS-7s at Kron, so they're going to run a Kron this time around. And a VK-90. Ponda doing an actually quite similar lineup here. They've got their triple triangle. They've got a VK-72, but they've actually got more German super heavies potentially. Or are they going more triangles? Interesting lineups here from both teams. Yeah, 4 triangles. 2 German super heavies. I'm really bad with my words today, y'all. I apologize. I am discombobulated. But yeah, very interesting. So 4 triangles on Ponda. That's 3 on Aleve. That's literally half of the game playing tank destroyers. Very funny. But you know, that's what the meta is, and I actually think it's pretty interesting, to be honest. So no complaints here. Let's see how game 4 goes. Also, thank you to RRR for subbing on YouTube. That was a few minutes ago. I missed that. Watching from the bench. Welcome, Riri. You spoil other series that I'm not streaming. I mean, I don't really see why you'd want to, but it's whatever, I guess. Anyway, looks like Aleve is triple triangling. No, they're not, actually. I was going to say they're triple triangling directly into C, but they're not. Only 2 in an IS-7, but Ponda's committing pretty hard. They've got 3 triangles there, they've got an IS-7 there, and they've got some tanks in the center as well. Oh, yeah, 3 and 1. Double VK in the center, and then Steven to kind of anchor down over here. But Trim taking a early hit from Ranger there. An early bleed, and Magix is spotted as well. I think Ponda knows where Alove is trying to line up on this side of the map, but Alove still has a few tanks that are kind of far away. Rock on the ground is back here, but look at Bullets, gentlemen. They're not really able to support Magix right now, and Jta's just going to grab C for free. No, he actually gets backed off. Not a lot happening quite yet, but the tension is starting to build. Maybe in just a moment we'll see Ponda go for a push. Magix does now have some better support. Although Aleve kind of hasn't really moved a whole lot. They're just kind of trying to get Bullets into a better position. Jta's going to try again to grab C, and this time Magix missing the shot. Amrex is going to step on to double it. And Trim's taking yet another hit. I'm looking away, and he's getting bled out here. What is going on? He's got a dead driver. He's got a broken gun. And he's not in a great position here. If Ranger is tall enough, he might actually be able to... Is that Ranger? I clicked on Paffy. Sneak another shot in there, an HE probably, but yeah. Trim is not looking too hot here for the Alove team. But, ooh, J-Todd just took one from Gentleman, and now Ponda's realizing that Alove is all kind of set up to trap here in the back, and that could prompt some motion elsewhere. Fire in the hole taking a double shot. Ponda might start moving up here in the center. Yeah, they're just going to keep tapping at fire in the hole. I think Amarex might have missed that one. But Ponda's starting to pull away with the hit points a little bit. Steven and RGK are doing a little bit of dancing here, but RGK finds Steven's rear. And he activates reactive to take less damage, and he's going to peel RGK off, and now he's going to have his side. I'm curious to see if RGK is going to be able to pen Steven. Half Loopy trying to help out as well, actually. And RGK is not firing his gun. Maybe he just can't pen Steven. Yeah, he's going to bounce that. Unfortunate. Paffy missing his shot. No, that's Ranger. But Blitz is going to help out against Steven. But he's going to get hit from Rack. So it looks like Ponda's got plenty of support on Steven here. And maybe Alove realizing maybe that's not the best idea to push too hard. But on the other side of the map here, Ponda is now starting to get in here. But J-Tow incredibly low and Rock on the ground. Magic's going to try to hunt him down. But yeah, J-Tow's pinned on both sides. He's got Magic's behind him. Trim in front. He will fall. Want to still have the lead, though. Looks like they are doing a good job at dealing with RJK on the other side in the VK90. They're going to hunt down Bullets now in the 2v1 because Ranger is providing assistance. But Alove are still kind of fighting themselves out of a disadvantage here. Fire in the hole can't do much. Magic's is just going to get double tapped here, actually. It looks like by Pag and Sherman. They just need to hit their shots. Rock on the ground is going to try to cover, HP share, which is doing a good job of it, actually. But as this is going on, Alove just lost 2 other tanks. Good blocking there by Rock on the ground, but Magix won't survive another shot from Pag, man. Now that Rock on the ground fired, I think Pagman's realizing he can poke for free. Yeah, he's going to do it. Hit the shot. Hit the shot. There we go. Okay, 800 points now for Ponda. It is a 6v3. Ponda's falling away. They're just crashing into the center. Alove is falling apart on the outside. Rock on the ground is by himself. He may try to get the kill on Pagman. He'll probably get it, actually. Unless Trimman can keep him from turning. But actually, Trim does pick up Paffy. So well played there. Pagman's now around Rock on the ground, so probably no kill here. Trying to peel him off. Gentleman dies. Trim's going to die. Who do I look at? Who dies first? So Trim dies, so... Rip. I picked wrong. Rock on the ground, really trying for Pagaman, but he's not going to get it. And Ponda will take game 4 as well. 1 away. Looks like Nightbot is spamming. Also, thank you, Shoto, for covering both chats, by the way. I appreciate you, man. You're the GOAT. And the triangles for Ponda on top. Sherman, Steven, and Rax. Pagman a little bit lower, but that's fine. We won't worry about that. And Ponda is just 1 game away from getting themselves into the grand finals for this group already. And we are 1 minute and 20 seconds away from the 5th game, potentially the final one of the night for this stream. Although we'll keep the stream up and running. Don't worry, we're going to get you guys your full rewards. It'd be shameful for me to not do it. Also, 2 minutes ago, we got the Prime sub from Megaline. Appreciate you, man. Very kind. W. Yes, sir. I apologize. I have to keep the alerts muted for this tournament stream. Otherwise, I get way too distracted, and y'all would get way too distracted. But I am doing my best to keep up with them. So thank you to Megaline for the Prime. The free cash. If y'all have free Twitch Prime subs, they don't cost you anything. If you happen to have a Twitch Prime account, an Amazon Prime account, I wouldn't mind your sub, but anyway, that's enough of that. We're going to be moving on to Alpenstadt here, the next map. And potentially the final one from Aleve, so they better start cooking, y'all. They got themselves in the board. They've shown that they can take games here, but they need to finish strong. And they're running a Concept 1B. This is it's a good tank, but it's more of a specialty tank that you don't usually run in bulk, but you might take one if you really need a hull down tank that doesn't have the best firepower, but is strong enough to hold an area. That's what they're going to try to do with the concept here on Alpenstadt. Let's see how it gets used. And here we are with Game 5. Ponda's going A. Alove is going A. I want to know where the where the concept is headed. It looks like it's going to be an A corner type tank. Some hold down uses here. Trim Paffy spotting each other up in the center. Firing the hole, trying to go for a fast A base, but ooh, J-Tal taking some big hits there. Looks like Alove was ready for that one, and RGK is going to potentially put in another. Ooh, so 3 shots for J-Tal though. RGK will take one of his own. And he's now in a nice position here in the concept. Not the best at putting out a ton of damage, but you know, he's got 10 degrees of gun depression. He's got a nearly invincible turret. It's just going to be very difficult for Ponda to deal with him. And he's just going to try to hunt down J-Tal. I don't know if he has clean shots. Maybe if I look from this side. I don't think RGK would have the gun depression to shoot there, but it is something to keep in mind. But Magix is starting to get bled out a little bit as well. Looks like Paffy, Ding Dong, and Rex and Pag on this side are kind of in good positions to punish the Alove heavies. So bit of a tense situation here, but shots are being returned into Ponda, so Alove are going to keep the HP lead for now. Looking on the other side though, Steven in the Type 71 has aggressed quite far, and he's actually got free shots into the side of Bullets and Rock on the ground if he is able to peek himself forward to shoot them. And yep, he does hit Bullets there, no problem at all, but looks like RGK did peek up enough to shoot J-Tal. I guess he had more gun depression than I thought. But Paffy and Steven might be making a move on a Gentleman now. And Trim is too busy focused on Pagman to help out with Steven here. And Magic's not able to help as well, but they're going to rotate Bullets in, which is a good rotation in my opinion. Gentleman trying to back out and Steven missing that shot. And so now Steven seems to be a little bit out of place. And another kill there on Sherman. Alove have all 7 tanks alive. Ponda only have 5, and the hit points are nearly double here. Bullets not able to put another shot into Steven there, but we're seeing another one. Looks like RGK in the corner. He's got plenty of shots. He's been able to make himself quite effective, and even though Fire in the Hole taking a lot of shots from the Ponda triangles in the corner, he should be able to put one more in before going down to Amorax. And actually Trim helping pick up Pagman means that it's going to be a 7v3 momentarily. And not looking too good for Ponda this time around. Love getting those good early bleeds. Great positioning from RGK, able to just suppress a lot of the motion that Ponda wanted to make. And then Steven overextended a little bit as well. And Rex getting a second kill in the corner. They're sending, Alove is sending all of their low hit point tanks into Rex just to be fed, but not a big deal. Rex now the last tank left alive. It is a 113 GFT. This tank cannot deal with multiple directions. Ooh, what an ammo rack there on Rock on the ground. I was like, good use of reactive to avoid dying to a shot from Rex, but gets the ammo rack anyway, so screw you, I do not care. But he does go down now, so Alove do keep themselves alive. At least we'll see a game 6. Maybe they'll equalize and we'll get a tiebreaker. I'd be excited to see it. The spawns are going to swap here on Alpenstadt. It is now Alove with the southwest corner. And no more specialty concept. It definitely did its role quite well, let me pull up how much damage RGK did. I'm sure it was quite good. Even if it wasn't the best, I mean, it actually did bottom. But part of it is just the presence, right? Having the presence of that tank is really useful. And he was also able to pull up and get that early kill on J-Tal, which definitely set things into motion for the Alove team. So even though he didn't do great on damage, you know, that's not what it's all about when it comes to competitive, right? It's about how you play with your team, how you set your team up in a winning position. And that's exactly what that concept did. Even though it's not the most common tank, it can still have good specialty use. Anyway, for this next map here, Alove are running some unique tanks, sort of. I mean, the IS-4, which we saw previously in the Ponda set against Purple. Purple had ran a couple IS-4s, and actually I think that was the game that they won. Alove's going to try it out this time around with that super speed. Ponda avoiding them though, but they will run a light tank this time around, so a light tank going to be in this fight. I like it. 2 triangles, 3 VKs, and a 2 and 5B, so pretty standard for Ponda to be running tons and tons of German super heavies. I love doing the same this game. So this one might be a little bit more towards the C side on Alpenstat here. A Kronvan for Alove as well, something to note. Going to be rocking that last game and this game as well. So they believe in this tank clearly on this map. So yeah, let's get it. See game number 6. Will we see a tiebreaker or not? I see a question in the chat on why the 113 GFT has been used even though it hasn't been changed since last season. Maybe I think part of it might just be because people are realizing how good it is and they maybe didn't realize last season. And then once people started experimenting with it more, getting more comfortable with it, they started using it. Not 100% sure to be honest, but I think that might have been it, is just the fact that teams weren't super sold by it. I will say that I've been like playing like scrims with a friend's team called Avengers for a while. We actually did use a lot of 113 GFTs on a couple maps. Ghost Factory was one of them. I'm trying to remember the other. But they've been good. It's just that I don't think people realized how flexible and how, you know, how many maps they can work on. And eventually now they're being used on pretty much every map at this point. Instead of a role-playing tank, it is the tank. Gentleman taking a hit there. He actually gets his ammo rack damaged. But yeah, I think that's my answer to the question. People realized maybe a little bit later on that it's really good. Like, I think they knew it was good, they just weren't sure if it was enough to be a staple. Reverse sweep, not quite a reverse sweep. A reverse sweep is a 3-0 to a 4-3. That's what a reverse sweep is. And I think the set was 2-1 at one point, so it wasn't quite 3-0, but it'd still be great for Alove to pull off a tiebreaker here. Looks like Ponda is starting to aggress into the enemy spawn. Ranger trying to get some spots out. He's not going to find anything, although Fire in the Hole is here. He's just playing back, but I'm sure he saw that blind shot, realizing that Ponda is here. He's going to peek and find Sherman. There we go. So the teams are detecting each other on this side. It's Stevens behind Fire in the Hole. Hopefully he pays attention to that. So that could be a scary push. Ranger trying to sneak something in there. But Kron Von Sturt is way too good for a bat chat, no matter what you're firing. If you're in a VK, sure, you can go for an HE. That's what Sherman did. Put in 100 damage. Usually can do a little bit more than that. But the bat chat, yeah, no chance. Not unless the tank turns its turret, which I suppose is possible, but Fire in the Hole was a little bit too smart to do that. Anyway, cap lead is for Alove, so Ponda needs to make their move, and they've rotated Ranger all the way to the other side of the map. He is potentially going to be pushing into C from his own spawn. That's a big move from Ponda. Sherman still spotted all the way out there, but he does... Who shot there? That was Ding Dong. Ding Dong actually hit that shot all the way across through this lane right here into Fire in the Hole as he backs out. So great shot from Ding Dong there. There are a lot of sneaky crossfire lanes in this map. There was one match that I don't remember exactly who they played. It might have been Joker Origin, but I don't remember. Joker played it. They had such an amazing crossfire setup where they had like 4 different angles all on the same tank and they nuked him. It was incredible to see. But there's a lot of crossfire angles on this map. But Ponda needs to make their move. Alove are kind of boxed in. You can kind of see on the minimap a little bit. You know, they're all kind of set up on that south line right there. And Ponda just starting to pressure in on all sides. They got Pagman in their own spawn. Sherman starting to move forward. The enemy spawn. He's already in spawn diamond number 2. But where is the tension going to erupt? It could be B, but Gentleman and Trim have that kind of covered. Steven does step. He fires, though. He's going to take a big hit. Oh, boy. Trim, Gentleman, each going to put shots in. No, Trim missing his. Come on, you got to be hitting those. Steven should be on 600 HP right now. He should be way lower than he is. And Gentleman's actually going to be taking a punish there. Was that Sherman in the rear? It was Sherman in the rear. Look at all the crossfires. Pac-Man has him. Ding Dong has him. Sherman had him from behind. Just kind of showing that, you know, no matter where you are, you're never safe from everybody. Trim, if he backs up a little bit, Sherman's going to have an angle there as well, but he's kind of occupied now elsewhere. But Ponda are making their move, and they do pick up Gentleman. And Alove's going to try to make a play here for Sherman and Rex, but I don't think they expected to see Rex there. They thought maybe Sherman was alone. But what's the play for Alove here now? Ponda do have the cap lead. They got the kill, and they're actually going to step onto B as well. But Ponda's got pushes through the center here. And Trim could be a point of weakness. Bullets is a point of weakness. And where do you break through? Where does Alove break through? Ding Dong putting in a shot. Paffy should be able to put in yet another. The track would be even better. He hits it. It's not enough. But Paffy actually gets kicked out by Magix there. Ponda's going to start pushing into B. Fire in the hole being picked off by Amarax. There you go. Ding Dong taking Trim. That's 990. Bullets staying in the corner. That's 1,000. Alove trying to bring it back, but not quite enough. We're not able to defend that side of the map. Ponda will take it 4-2. They have made it to the grand finals for Group 2 of top 16. So they can rest easy tonight. And in fact, they have a bye for the first match tomorrow. They can take time. They can watch the tournament, study the Alove versus whoever won between Purple and Grim, which let's go ahead and check that, I suppose. Which, by the way, first I have to say congrats to Ponda on their big dub. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out how the other groups are doing. As we go ahead, let me refresh the page. It's always really slow, but it is what it is. And here we go. Where is it? Come on, here we are. Alright. So Origin does 4-0 DFM. And Garca eliminates VB 4-0. So Group 1 not extremely competitive, I must say. Not the closest between these teams. But Origin gonna be in the grand finals for group number 1. And then DFM Garca on the loser side. For this group here, looks like Alove Purple's still going on. No. This is the set I was supposed to be looking at. Purple does defeat Grim 4-2. So Grim taking 2 games off, but Purple's still alive. And so far, really the only upset here in terms of seeding is Ponda has beaten Aleve. But, I mean, many people considered Ponda to be the stronger team anyway, so... Excuse me, hard to call that an upset or not. But Purple defeating Grim, not surprising, given the order of qualification. Group 3, Cozy 4-0's SV. This is not a terribly competitive group either, to be honest. Rest in peace, Troller. They are out. And it will not be moving on. So SVMM on the bottom. We've already seen them play. SV 4-0'd MM. Could be scary. And group number 4, Joker 4-2 over GP. So GP actually taking 2 games off of Joker. And Cease getting dropped by 1L. So we now have actually our top 12. Joker in the grand finals against the winner of GP and 1L. Cozy against SVMM. Ponda against Alove Purple. Origin against DFM Garca. So we had the group that lasted the longest. I'm actually happy about that. The most competitive group for sure. There were no 4-0s in this one. All the others were 4-0s and 4-1s, actually. For every other group, it was pretty much all 4-0s and 4-1s. This was a 4-2. This is the only 4-2 that happened outside of our group tonight. But, yeah, so we picked a good one. I enjoyed it today. We will catch you tomorrow for the rest of top 16, but we're not ending the stream just yet. No. You still got plenty of time for the rewards to tick. We've got about 15 minutes or so of that. So we're going to go ahead and chill for now. Not going anywhere. I'm just going to go ahead, put us back in the game. And we'll play a few more games just to kind of wind the stream down. I'll read a little bit more of the chat, see how y'all react to how the tournament has gone so far for top 16. Any big surprises for you? Personally, I don't really think any of these did surprise me at all. Not really. I mean, there were a couple that were... I thought MM versus SV would be closer, but SV just 4-0'd MM. That was really the only big upset, because I'm pretty sure MM beat SV in the second qualifier to make it in. I think that's what someone in the chat said, so I guess that could be considered a surprise. I know that SV is a very good team. I mean, we saw it in that third qualifier. They were incredibly strong when they had their stuff together. But other than that, I'm not really surprised at how the results went. I don't think that really anything shocked me. I thought maybe DFM would put more of a fight up against Origin, because I believe there was a qualifier where, I think it was the first qualifier actually, it was 3-2. Joker played DFM and it was 3-2, so something just to keep in mind, you know. The team must be good to do that, but yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and play a few realistic games just to wrap the stream up. Thank you all for being here. Stick around till the end for the rewards. And we are going to go ahead and probably raid someone afterwards. Not a big viewing on Twitch right now because I know everyone's watching the portal for rewards, but yeah. What do we feel like playing is the question. Honestly, 30B seems pretty fun. I've got the French ones loaded up and 30B, it's right in front of me. Very underrated tank. People don't think of this thing a lot, but it's very good. How long is the stream gonna last? So the rewards portal is up for another 12 minutes or so. So we'll probably end it around there. We're not waiting for any of the other results to be out, so it's not really a need to continue. Anyway, Canal is an interesting realistic map because all the mediums cross here in the open. And let's see, do we find any of theirs? Yes. And their bat chat as well. Double taps, there's the Yag. Yeah, we just put pressure on both of them, prevented them from crossing, and now we've got a major positional advantage. It's a 4005. And he can't really see very well through this bush, but we could kind of see him, so... Oh, he does see us, actually. Well played, buddy. Well played. Rebreak is gone. Yeah, they're backing out. Which is really all they can do. I saw someone over there. That's E100. We're in a great position. Yeah, I'm very good at realistic, guys. I'm very good at seeing tanks. It is a skill that I possess. I know some of my friends really don't like this mode. I like it a lot. It does somewhat depend on what tank you're playing, but I personally really enjoy it. It's so fun to just make plays like this, and they just don't have the ability to do much to you. Like, what are they going to do to me right now? This guy can't look at me. He's busy dealing with my team. I'm just able to farm. Just need to keep checking around me, make sure nothing is approaching. Which it looks like nothing is approaching, but this guy's right here actually one shot for me. No, he goes down. Get that kill instead. And what is this man trying to do? What is that? I do not know. Their 4K5's still back here as well. There's no way he crossed without me noticing. You can actually go behind that rock there. Try to punish. He goes around. And there's the 4K5, yep. Got a little special knowledge of this map, allowing me to just use that rock as cover if I wanted to. Didn't end up mattering. Also, this guy has Spall, so we're not going to continue to fire HE. Yeah, nice little game here. Just a free farm ski. I never complain about a free farm ski. Yeah, that vision here. I've got very good vision in realistic. Which is why I like it so much. That's why Sinks doesn't like this mode. I'm pretty sure Sinks wears glasses. Can't see shit like that. He would never. Sinks could never. I'm just trolling. He's a friend of mine. We have this discussion sometimes. He hates realistic. I love it. Will the coins be usable past the fan draw? I doubt it. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I would recommend spending them. I don't think it's... I mean, I don't know the exact answer, but my guess would be no. Also, we got a thumbs down from their CS. He did not like our play. We had a good game there. 30B's fun. Let's play it again. Get some more snippets. Eventually, it looks like we're going to get a Miss Anderson background. I love this. That is funny. That's a great background. That is such a good back. If I didn't have the CC background, I would be running this. I would be running this. In fact, for a while, I was actually running the Miss Anderson the cumulative avatar because I think it's hilarious. It's so good. Where is it? Is it near the bottom? This one right here. I think it's so funny. I think it's so funny. It's so good. Alright, let's play the leopard or the 30B again. Why would you patronize some team like that? Fabio, what's going on? Are you good? Are you okay? Yeah, on IS-4s. I mean, it's a role-playing tank. It has speed boost, which is good, but not very much armor. In terms of pubs, I think it would be it's actually probably a really good pub tank because you can probably play it with the mediums, and the mediums, well, of course, you know, they can pen you. You don't have that much armor. You have enough armor to bounce shots from mediums, and you could probably bully them nicely in return. The IS-4's got a pretty good gun. Yeah. Get that shot in for free. See what else is lined up over here. Not much. We'll play over on this side. What's that? It's a BZ. This guy see me. He does. Ooh, K91. That was great nuke into him. And we should have this kill. Here's the mouse. We're gonna ignore, get the kill. Worth it. Certainly worth it. They're in A. It's the 62, most likely. Let's just hunt this guy down. You know what? Now the mouse does shoot me anyway, actually. Fair enough. Oh, they have a 183. Okay, fair enough. Lack of awareness there. Won't lie, won't lie. I thought maybe I could start hunting in the 4K5. The 183 was behind. I didn't see they had one. That's a mistake. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Grey Wolf taking care of the 62. We should still be okay here. I think we're gonna be fine. 103 getting that kill. That's big. Their 183 is dead. It's a 4v2. Yeah, we're fine. Their BZ's just been camping this whole game. Where is their BZ? And our M103 has actually been playing reasonably good as well. Nice tracking shot from him. But yeah, this is a nice win. Rip sinks. We do some trolling. Now, we were hanging out in VC last night, and he was platooning with James. They were playing realistic, and he was just raging about realistic. I wouldn't call it raging, but complaining. And I was basically saying skill issue, but he was also playing a horrible tank for realistic, which is the Action 10. You want like alpha damage or mobility. You need to have at least one, if not both. In fact, let's play something with both. Let's play the share now. Let's have some fun. Also, I see Sir Percy sending me a friend request. You need to leave me alone, man. You've been requesting into Apex like every week. Okay. Thankfully, that's not you. I was going to be very annoyed if that's you. Leave me alone, man. I have to start looking realistic and play Cubs because skill-based matchmaking. Yeah, well, game modes in general, but yeah. I agree. And since I'm not playing pubs anymore, I'm pretty much the only thing I can do is play game modes or tournaments. Which I still enjoy quick tournaments a lot. I'm still going to be playing those a bunch. But, yeah. Anyway, this is probably the last battle of the stream. Just because, you know, the reward portal is going to be over in like 5 minutes or so. Maybe we'll have a minute or two just to talk at the end, go over things. Maybe what we expect for tomorrow's run. But yeah. I'm actually getting shot by the 140 there. Maybe he's gonna see if he can sneak a second into me, but I'm just gonna go for this man right here. And what are you doing? Oh boy. What is going on? Where's the team? They are not moving. They have all 3 bases. Their team has all 3 bases. That needs to be made known. Their team has all 3 bases, which is ridiculous. Okay, we're playing another. Our M103 coming up, which I appreciate, but our Yag Tiger's doing nothing, our 268's doing nothing, our Yag's doing nothing. Yeah, they have all 3 bases. Okay, goodbye. That's not happening. Oh my goodness. Okay. I do like mobility in realistic though, so I'm gonna play some more bad chat. I like tomorrow's stream. I believe it's also 2 hours. Let me double check. I think it's the same as today. But I do have a message from Tolian that specifies. Yep, 2 hours. So today was 2 hours. Tomorrow will be 2 hours. The 9th will be 2 hours. Or sorry, the 9th will be 3 hours. We're going to be watching 3 sets that day. On the 9th, which is top 4, day 1. And then March 10th is going to be 2 hours. So it's 10... Sorry, no. 2232. Oh goodness, they're all here. Is there a way I can get out? I don't know. Don't know. 263 misses me. It's not easy to hit shots on the move in that thing when you don't have a turret. Oh, it's Ronaldus. Hey, Ronaldus. Alright, let's see here. Guess we can farm out the side of the TVP. No, not putting in any shots. They all bounce. Our KPZ overextended, our 140 overextended. There's nothing we can do. This is an unfortunate game. Sorry about that. Anyway. We can get the rear of these players, which is going to be useful. That's a bounce? That's ridiculous. That should not be a thing. Whatever. Should have left him as a one-shot, but it's fine. We can just see if we can farm the rear. Maybe not make the tortoise aware that we're here. Although he is causing problems. So maybe if we can shoot him in the rear. Yeah, he's causing damage. Yeah, our team's in trubs. There's their TVP, and their TVP's got hit points as well. It's not good, y'all. Let's see if we can take out... Does he detect us or not? I think he does. Yeah, it certainly does now. Good. How much is that guy on? Gonna try to hunt me down. Really wish I had hit that other shot. He would have not hit that one because I would have killed him. I'm just gonna go over the clip. Okay, TVP's there, but I don't know what the Vickers is on. We do not know. Both one shot. TY. I have caps on. Yes, sir. Where is he facing? W. Good job to our Sheridan for the callouts and for playing well and surviving until the end. So good stop. Thank you for the follow, Cuddy Bop on Twitch. There we go. Nice one to end it on. So that one was a little... The one before was a little messy, but we're ending on a dub here. GG's to Scrunchy. He had a great game as well. Give him a heart. And who else did that? Got one from Kiorbi. Who's their Tortoise? Thank you, Tortoise. Appreciate you, mate. RIP Ronaldus. I didn't actually notice you were in there, so GG, man. Yeah, I didn't notice until you started pushing like that. So it said hi. We wanted to spy on 2 zeros. Okay. Well, anyway, it looks like the portal is probably closed. So thank you all for being here. It's been fun. I am going to go ahead and call it here. So let me get all of my stuff sorted. Looks like we are all good to go. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. If you are on Twitch, we're going to start that raid now. And if you are on YouTube, well, this is goodbye. We'll see you in the next stream, which is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern. And we are going to be watching the second half of Group 2, which will start with Purple versus Alove. And then we're going to be watching the winner of that play against Ponda to see who qualifies for top 4. And we're going to have some other streamers as well. So hopefully I'm not going to be the only one tomorrow. I think Rose is going to be covering as well. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's about it for me. So catch you in the next one. And as always, stay safe. Happy tanking.